According to the National Fire Protection Association, most fire deaths are the result of smoke inhalation rather than burns themselves. My name is Michael Cordonier, and I've been in countless fire emergencies while working for the Nebraska Department of Correctional Services. Most recently in October of 2021, where an inmate used a broken electrical cord and outlet to set his mattress on fire. It's important to know how to use a fire extinguisher to prevent injury and death to yourself and others. In my career field, it's important to know how to use one due to the risk of a fire breaking out from misuse and abuse of electrical outlets. Stingers, which are when you take an electrical cord off of the object it belongs to, you plug it into an outlet and you pull apart the other end so that it can arc the electrical current. Batteries, tissue paper, lights, and then we have construction projects going on at all times. These can all create fire hazards within an institution, and that's why it's important to know how to use a fire extinguisher where I work at. I'll explain the types of fire extinguishers and their components, when to engage and disengage from a fire, and how to use a fire extinguisher using the acronym PASS. I'll now explain the types and their components. There are 5 types of fire extinguishers with variants in lettering. Type A is for ordinary materials like cloth, wood, and paper. Type B is for combustible and flammable liquids like grease, gas, oil, and oil-based paints. Type C is for electrical equipment like appliances or tools that you plug into an outlet. Type D is for flammable metals, and then type K is for kitchen, grease, oil, fire, like fries in a French fryer. I'd recommend a fire extinguisher that covers A, B, and C types. When choosing a fire extinguisher, you may need to know if it's a one-time use fire extinguisher or a rechargeable fire extinguisher. Choosing the size of fire extinguishers should be based on the physical limitations of the individual using them. So while a larger fire extinguisher may work to put out a larger fire, it's gonna weigh more and be harder to use. So you may want to consider getting a smaller fire extinguisher if it's not easy for you to lift. They have multiple parts and components that you should inspect for damage every month, and keeping an inspection card attached to them can help you when you're looking at it visually for damages every month. Parts that need to be inspected visually are dents, rust, damage to the canister itself, the meter or gauge, the lever handle, the pin, and the hose. Just making sure that there's nothing that can cause the internal components to be compromised. So when you're storing it, you want to keep it in a cool, dry place, not in extreme temperatures of heat or freezing temperatures either. You also want it to be located in a centralized area so that it can be easily accessed if a fire does break out. So now you've encountered a fire, you should always consider your safety, like have I alerted others there's a fire? Has someone called 911? Am I physically capable of handling a fire extinguisher? Is the fire small and contained to a single object or surface? Am I safe from the fire's toxic smoke? Do I have a clear escape route? And you always want to keep considering these things as you engage the fire as well. So I'll now demonstrate how to use a fire extinguisher using the acronym PASS. The P is for pulling the pin. A is for aiming the nozzle and hose low into the base of the fire. You'll now want to squeeze the handle and then sweep from left to right, aiming well into the base of the fire. And that's how you use your fire extinguisher. I'll leave you with one little trick of knowledge. Fire extinguishers like this one, most common ABC, the agent inside of them is a chemical agent that pulls oxygen so that the fire can go out. So if you're using one in a small area, just know it might blow back towards you, making it hard to breathe. So that's why you always want to know where your exit is when you're encountering a fire. Thanks for watching.